What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Cigars and Whiskey. I hope you're having a great day. I'm having a fantastic day. Today is July 4th, so you might see this video today or in the next couple days, but I am having a Ramon Allones cigar by A.J. Fernandez, and I'm having it on the 4th of July to enjoy it. I've heard so much about it. Anything like you've seen videos in the past where I've talked about A.J. Fernandez, any of the stuff he usually is in dealings with is usually a really good cigar, regardless of the brand that he might be with. People have their ideas of that brand, but man, he is a master blender. Now this is a all Nicaraguan tobacco. It features a habano oscuro wrapper, which means it's a very dark wrapper. Now the binder is going to be Nicaraguan corojo, and then the filler is Nicaraguan corojo and Jalapa. Now this cigar I picked up at Stag Tobacco in Phoenix. Thanks so much, guys. They always have some great stuff there, and when this one came in, I know it is a limited edition. So far I haven't seen very much of it, but there are 4 sizes, so you can check out the descriptions below. It'll give you all those specs. But what we're going to be smoking today is going to be the 5.5 by 50 Robusto. And I like the Robustos. They're short, they're not too long, they're pretty easy to smoke for those who've never tried cigars. So that's why a lot of my reviews are Robustos, just because a lot of folks don't know what they like until they try it. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and get into it with this. And the price point, almost forgot. Price point is a little higher. It's 12 to 15. 15 is usually for that larger, the larger size. This one's about 12 and a half. Somewhere around that. Yes, it is a little more than normal, but man, I've already had one and they are fantastic. So let's go ahead and we'll get into it. I'll be back right after this. Alright guys, just before we get into the pre-draw, I do want to go over some information. There are, for those who aren't aware, if you are paying attention, which most of you probably are, A.J. Fernandez has been utilized by a lot of different cigar manufacturers, mainly Altus and General Tobacco have used him in taking some of their Cuban-owned names and making them full-flavored strength cigars for the American market. So you've seen there's H.J. Hutman, there's Hoya de Monterey, there's other ones that AJ has been involved with. So with that, he's just got to be this blender of our time that has really understood what cigars coming out of Nicaragua, foretell, because it seems like most of them are, because he has a factory in Estelí, and there's a lot of tobaccos he has raised there, and there's certain hybrids that I know he utilizes. So with that said, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but if you're interested, definitely check out the articles. There's all kinds of places to look for them. There's other bloggers, other cigar people, there's a Cigar Aficionado, there's Stogie Review, there's all kinds of, there's the Cigar Coop. I mean, there's all kinds of people out there that are writing articles about these every day, and I'm kind of reading those and giving my input of them. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into the pre-draw. And as you can see, the cigar, it is not real spongy, but it isn't real firm. It's kind of like in between. It's like you could tell the center's a little harder, but the outside's not as rock hard. Now that's not a bad thing. That just means that the structure will stand. The last cigar I had, the construction was really good. It didn't give mouse holes. It didn't burn crooked. It didn't give me unevenness. That doesn't mean I may not have an issue this time, but I hopefully won't. Usually they're pretty good about that, and it does look like it is a triple cap. So we're going to go ahead and snip this off. I'm going to use a straight cutter. I don't like to use a lot of weird cuts, especially cigars I haven't had a lot of experience with. So we're just going to take the top off. You just want to barely take the edge off, just to take that little bit of that cap off. Because if you go too deep, folks, you're going to unravel it, and you do have a little bit of less tobacco, so you want to make sure you get that unless you want a mouthful of it. So on the draw, right off the bat, I'm getting like a sweet raisin. I'm getting a little bit of a cocoa, almost like a cantaloupe profile to a degree. Now you may try this and say, well, where the hell did he get that? Doesn't mean we all have the same palates. Hopefully Now, I've smoked enough cigars with buddies that a lot of the profiles are similar. Now, with Nicaraguan tobacco, there will be pepper somewhere, and they may not be here on the pre-drop, but it might be throughout the cigar. So we're going to go ahead. With that said, oh, that sweet hay. Oh yeah, just like you got a hay truck at a barn or something. That's what it smells like. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and light this up. I'll be back with the first third right after this. Stay tuned. All right, everybody, in the first third of our review of the Ramon Robusto by A.J. Fernandez. Now, you may have saw this brand in the past. Like I said, it is an own brand, but General Tobacco has let A.J. Fernandez take reins of this brand and come up with some new ideas. So if you haven't had it, it is out there. Now, they just released this officially May 1st, 2018 in North America. Now, I'm not sure if it's available in other places, but I know in North America, that's what you can find in the United States. And there are 4 sizes. There's a Robusto, a Churchill, I believe there's a Torpedo and a Gordo, but I'm not for sure. But again, I'll have the links down below showing you the sizes and where to go get these cigars. But I know they're available most every place now because General is making sure they get them out. It's been a little slow to start. You might just now see them come into your local shops. I know that Stag Tobacconists didn't get them exactly on May 1st, but they did get them towards the end of June, 1st of July, and now for 4th of July, here we are with it. So let's go ahead. You get on the first third, you are getting a black pepper profile, which is autonomous with Nicaraguan tobaccos. Always got some kind of pepper profile. Either it's real heavy or it's real light, but there's always pepper in there. And I'm getting a little bit of sweetness on the back of the palate. Kind of like a chocolate, sweet chocolate. Might even be like a sweet raisin or a dried fruit profile. But the thing to remember is not all cigars going to have very complex profiles. You don't necessarily need to have that if they're to be a good cigar. Just sometimes the blending of those tobaccos does that. But with this, that's what I'm getting so far. We're going to keep puffing through it. I'll be with you in just a little bit with the second third, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody, for the second third of our review of our cigar today by A.J. Fernandez, the Ramon Allones. Now, in the second third, I'm not noticing any different changes in the profile. I am noticing, though, the pepper has dialed down a little bit, and that might be just because I'm getting used to it. But it is considered a full-strength cigar. So if you're not a full-strength cigar smoker, beware. This might be a little too much for you. But I am noticing just a little bit of an unevenness, and there's a slight crack in the wrapper, if you can see that. And again, it might be because it is pretty hot today. Yes, I'm nuts. It's about 5:30 in the afternoon, and it's about 106 degrees on the porch in the shade, mind you. So, yeah, it's a little hot. But, again, I'm a desert rat. I'm from Arizona, so I'm used to it. But with that said, it ain't going to stop me on this great cigar. We're going to keep puffing through it. I'll be back with the final third and my final thoughts after just a little while, so stay tuned. All right, everybody, welcome back for the final third of our review on the cigar by A.J. Fernandez. Something kind of interesting I just noticed in the back of the band, once you take it off, there is actually A.J. Fernandez's signature there. Now, I can't tell if it looks like if it's a copy or it actually is his signature. Who knows? That's kind of a cool thing to know. But with that said, the cigar doesn't really get any more complex or any more of the profiles than I've noticed. They really blend out well. It is a very full-strength cigar, like I said. It is not something for the light of heart. So if you are going to try the cigar, I suggest that you may. If you don't smoke a lot of full-strength cigars and aren't ready for those, go ahead and have this after a meal or after you eat something. Sometimes that'll help. But man, it is a good cigar. And if you haven't tried it, definitely suggest you go out and check it out. Buy it for a special occasion or just because you can splurge a little bit. Again, it is $12 to $15 where you can find it. It is on a lot of different websites, so check those out. I'll have links below of where you can find the cigar and other information. And with that said, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, like, and leave your comments. Thanks again for tuning in to Cigars and Whiskey. Have a great day. Have a great smoke. Have a great 4th of July, and I will see you next time.